Hey, folks, SLY Showtime, aka Shayna Y here, with the new Sports and Wrestling Hour featuring the co-host of the show, Jokerfish. What's going on today, buddy?
What's up,
Too smart.
Shane? Just chilling, man.
So a
Action-packed day of sports and wrestling.
there's a lot. I was just gonna say a lot to talk about today. With the, I should bring this up a little more. Amateur. A lot to talk about today in the world of sports. Daytona 500, AFL's or AAA or AAF is playing some more games today. The WWE Elimination Chamber, that was fucking off the book tonight. So,
Sprinkle in a little NHL action.
oh yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch any tonight, but I know my man Jokerfish watched the Rangers game. So, but anyways, go on to the 500, man. That was pretty good race tonight. For today, finishing into tonight. To be brutally honest, man, the whole past couple of weeks with the Daytona duels, the All-Star or the Sprint Unlimited race, the nationwide race yesterday. I didn't catch the truck race though, so I can't speak on that behalf. But all these races leading up, it was going to look like a boring single tack race. Nothing was going to happen. But right when the green flag dropped today, man, too wide right off the bat. And most of the week, everybody was riding the outside line. Now today, everybody just took the inside line and took off of it, man. It was pretty good.
Nice, man. Was there any like bad weather this week for the Daytona?
Um, Not for this, but there was for the Unlimited. Like Jimmy Johnson, when he went to make his, it wasn't the actual last lap, but he knew rain was coming in. So when he made his move and wrecked the field, well, nobody could do nothing at that point because then the rain started coming down under caution. So that's why he walked in and won that race. And that's why a lot of people thought, okay, yeah, this might be a really boring Daytona 500 this year.
Well, I was wondering about the races earlier in the week. Were there bad weather for them?
No, there was. I don't recall yesterday any rain delays in the Xfinity race. That being said, there really wasn't much happening in the Xfinity race for the most part that I recall. Except they did win money off of Bodog. I forgot about it today. I put money on Michael Net, who won. All of a sudden, I go on the Bodog today for the Daytona 500. I'm like, hey, there's money in my account. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, crap. I won money.
What race was it? What was the name
Oh,
of it?
I can't remember the name of the Xfinity. It's 300 miles, though.
But it's Xfinity, right?
Yeah, their second tier series.
I guess they're more worried about their races than they are their fucking cable. Fucking guys. Busting my balls.
Is that what you're running? Is it Xfinity?
Yeah. I want Fios, but can't get it here. Like it's, you could get like a Dish Network or something, but I ain't fucking with that. Anytime the wind blows, it seems like that surface.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like if you're watching like a game or something, and you're like into it, and that shit goes out, I'll break the TV. I will put my foot through it.
Especially in the Eastern Coast, man, you get a lot of shit weather up that part.
Yeah, it's like windy half the year. You get like windstorms and shit. Nor'easters, hurricanes.
Man, there was quite a few hurricanes going on that track today. I'll tell you that, man. Quite a few like pretty big wrecks. And of course, one of the usual guys, Ricky Stenhouse, tries to take a hole that wasn't there, tries to split a hole, and next thing you know, freaking 10 cars was wrecked right there.
Man.
Oh, man.
Cuffs? Anybody get mad?
I don't know. They didn't show anything on TV, as far as I know. You know what, though? Unfortunately, I fell asleep for like a quarter of the race. Got right tired, and I was like, I'm going to just cuddle up in my bed there. But now then, at least I woke up with a lot, like But I woke up, there was still like 1/3 of the race left, but that took forever, man, because of all the wrecks and all the cleanup and all the red flags and all that shit. Like the last 10 laps alone almost took an hour.
When they have like a big wreck like that, do they all like just kind of pull into like the pits, or do they like pull off to the side?
Yeah, or even they'll just park them somewhere right on the track sometimes.
And they just kind of like, and they get that shit off and then just come back around and then they.
Yeah, well, especially when there's like next to no laps to go, because they don't want to finish the race with no laps. They want to have as many laps as possible to get finished, right? So they don't want to have guys driving around counting the laps down, and then you only got 2 laps to go in the race. But yeah, like seriously, like I'm pretty sure the last 10 laps took like about an hour.
Really?
Yeah.
All the smashing.
Yeah. And it was pretty much after one wreck happens, and then they get the restart going, and then just the restarts cause more wrecks because guys are pushing each other, trying to make the move, try to get that draft going, because that's the main thing about Daytona, is trying to get those drafting packs and then try to get a pack going past the other pack. So,
yeah, that's always like really cool when you just see the one pack come flying around like.
Yeah. But that being said, all it takes is somebody gets squirrely in one of those packs, and you got 2 packs taking each other on.
I remember. Do you remember slot cars when you were a kid? Like the little slot cars?
Yeah.
I remember they had there was like a real early like NASCAR one, and the track had the banks up on it. But that's what always reminded me of, like when it would just remind me of like the slot cars when they'd all be together on the one track. You know, you'd be like running like 6 cars on a track.
If you're side by side and you wreck, you're taking that guy out in the corner too. Not just you going out; it's you taking both of you guys out.
But they got fancy with it because you can make the car spin out a little bit.
Yeah, kind of drift around the corners in them a little. The one I had as a kid, man, it had a loop-de-loop in it. That was pretty cool.
I miss slot cars. They were a lot of fun.
You know what, Matt? I mean, it kind of went away, but it's still around. Like, there's like big slot car leagues with like big tracks.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's a pricey hobby.
They go up and like, you know, up and down in popularity, because I remember seeing pictures like in the 80s, like, and they were real hot. You know, like every Christmas you'd see like 1,000 of them, 1,000 new sets coming out. But then you would see like the places where there'd be like 16 tracks and guys are racing each other and shit. Like in those big, it's like a whole floor, and you know, guys are racing each other on the slot track. Crazy.
It's funny how you see it like that. It's like, because it's the same thing with slot hockey. One Christmas there'd be a bunch out and it'd be huge, and then next many Christmases you don't see them, and then they'd be back again, and they'd be back again in the wave.
Yeah, it happens. But I used to like to get the Hot Wheels, because there was a couple cars I liked, so I'd go find the Hot Wheels like the cars I liked. Wasn't really too into like the drivers or anything. If the car looked cool, then I liked it. I was like, okay, I like those colors.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of Hot Wheels, and kind of get back into NASCAR, when Target came out in Canada for the whole year or two it was around, I would go there just to try to go pick up the NASCAR and IndyCar style hot cars. I got a few sitting in my display cabinet. It's pretty bad. Even got like Danica Patrick, but I mean, she sucks. But still, I mean, that car alone is probably worth something. Pete Juniors. But yeah, fuck, to finish off the whole NASCAR thing, though, the winner ended up being Denny Hamlin in that race. Second time Daytona winner. He just literally won it like a couple years ago. So.
They had one of the cars. It must have been like, you know, the guy's like C car or something. But at the because the race was going on down in Dover like in like a week or something, and at the baseball, there's a minor league baseball park here. So they had one of the cars, like, so and you go like walk up and look in it and shit. And so I didn't want to like walk up, and because all the kids were around it, and I didn't want to just like walk up being a guy. So I'm like, I had made my niece come with me, so I like, didn't look like a weirdo, fucking looking at the car. And I'm like, oh, check it out. She's like, I don't give a shit. I'm like, no, but look.
Probably, you know what? Chances were it was probably Xfinity car.
It probably was, man. Because
Or if it was a Cup Series car, or Monster Series car, they would call it now.
it looked kind of smaller, to tell you the truth.
Because I was gonna say, if it was one of those, chances are it was just a team's backup car, or backup to a backup to a backup.
They wouldn't put something they're using on for the kids to touch and fucking.
No, most times they don't. No.
Well, you know, it was cool one year. I think NASCAR they did something in like Times Square where they had the fucking cars in there and they were kind of like doing burnouts and shit, like down the street.
They did that. They've been doing that in Vegas now, actually.
Yeah, that's real cool. They're like it's like the middle of Manhattan, and they do that with the professional bull riding now. They'll have the bulls like running around in the street. But that was always cool, man. When they have the fucking cars, like the cars in the fucking just on a regular street, and they're fucking smoking the tires and shit.
Yeah, doing fucking because you know if we did that in the regular cars, we'd be fucking their cars impounded, their license would be removed.
I remember some of my buddies would put shit on their tires to make it smell like oil or like vegetable oil or something.
One of the big things you do is tranny fluid.
Something I don't know, and that shit would just smoke and stink.
So you caught a couple AFL games or AAF games today?
The American Alliance of Football. Yeah, so I've been watching it the past couple weeks, and it's football. They play football. Still what's that?
The preseason still, or
it's I don't know who the teams are yet. I don't fucking know. I know San Diego.
But I mean, does the games count or is it preseason?
No, the games count. I think it's like a 9-game season or a 10-game season or something like that.
Yeah, they only have like 30 days of practice before the first like games last week or whatever it was.
You know, and that's what I want to talk about is you can see that they really needed some more time because I've seen a lot of fucking like defensive backs just smashing into each other. They had to carry this one dude dude, you know, with neck brace that on the fucking backboard on the court.
No.
Yeah, because it happened, you know, a couple times. I remember on last week and it happened this week, and that's just like not knowing
your position, where
right, and not knowing that your buddy's like this guy's he's gonna be there. So you got two guys diving for the fucking ball, and they're like one guy's he goes like this, and then the guy's knee comes up and hits him here. And so you could tell that they, the quality is a little.
They should have had like 45 days or 60 days practice.
Yeah, they should. I don't know, man, but it's football. It's coming along. It's something to do on a Sunday. We'll see how long it lasts because these leagues don't have to.
Because there's nothing right now.
Yeah. Well, this is like the dullest sports time of year.
It is.
It's
big pack for fucking NHL and NBA. Baseball hasn't started yet. NFL hasn't started yet. NASCAR.
If you're into basketball, March Madness is coming, so you're excited for that, but I could care less.
Yeah, me too. No, I'm not a b-ball guy. Never will be.
Spring training's starting up. But, back to that AAF. It's, it's another football league. Like there was a guy, the guy that got hurt was a 6-year NFL player. And, I guess he was still trying to, still play. But, yeah, he fucking got fucked up, man.
So wait, but this is supposed to be like a farm league, though, right? To go into farm league.
I absolutely think so because number one, it was on the NFL channel tonight.
Yeah.
Number two, like the NFL has like sanctioned. They said, okay, we're gonna like. I don't know what you'd call it. They're not like they may even financially help them. I'm not sure, but they're co-signing for him. They're saying like, all right, we're cool with you. Because they don't
Okay.
like Vince McMahon. They're not gonna fuck with Vince McMahon's shit. They're gonna just dismiss him
And
as just
no,
wrestling.
they're not using them. They're not using them as a fucking feeder league. They're not using them as.
No,
No.
but and there were some guys that they said that they were on the Canadian team and then got cut. On a Canadian team and got cut. So they're getting a second opportunity. I always think that's good because
Yeah.
even if you get a guy who's just goes on special teams, it's still cool because you get like a player you never would have gotten. Like how many guys like walk on and make the team and become amazing players in the NFL? It happens a lot. I've seen it happen. Wayne Corbett, Victor Cruz.
Well, I mean, it happens, but it's not like it's like 1 out of fucking 100 guys, probably.
I'd say maybe not every team, but I'd say more than half the teams take a walk-on, at least one walk-on every year.
Yeah, you hear those stories and shit like that.
Because like some guy look at Brian Bosworth, one of the greatest college linebackers that ever lived.
Oh, fuck
gets drafted high. He comes in. He was shit in the NFL. He couldn't play the NFL game. So his skills didn't translate. So let's say you got a guy who's fucking, at college, he's good, but he's not Bosworth. But then you put him in the NFL and he gets it. Yeah. And he understands. Bosworth didn't understand the NFL. He didn't understand how fast it was and how,
that shit happens in the NHL all the time, man. I could name one example. This Troy Brower guy, man. I used to play against him in North Delta minor hockey. He wasn't fucking a great player. Like, yeah, he wasn't like somebody you would think, oh, he's gonna make the NHL. Like, you wouldn't have thought that one fucking bit. And then,
but there's some players.
Playoffs, the Blackhawks. He's not like a star player, but he was a fucking key player, a player they needed.
Yeah, there was a kid from my high school that went on to pitch for Kansas City Royals. I mean, I don't think he pitched a whole season or anything, but he made it to the major leagues.
Hey, this Brower guy's like a 2-time fucking NHL champ. I think he might have.
And then one of my high school teachers, his son was on the New York Giants practice squad.
Oh no shit!
And he got paid like, I don't know, back in like the 90s or in the 80s, he got paid like. He got paid like, so when it was football season, he didn't have to have a job, but he didn't really make enough, so he had to like just get some job like at a sporting goods store or something.
Yeah.
So he did that for 2 years, and then he got cut, and then I think he got married and just started working for like a tree guy or something.
I gotta give a quick shout out to the Stone Wolf and the White Tupac. They're both in the chat room right now. What's going on, boys?
What's up, boys? Yeah, but it's gonna be like I watch it because there's nothing else to do. So
here's one problem I have with it right now. Like the games I watch, that one hit on that fucking quarterback that pretty much almost knocked the fucking quarterback's head right off his fucking shoulder.
Oh, that was the best.
Dude, the thing is, you can't play like that in the NFL. So you're gonna allow these guys to learn how to play one way, and then say this is a feeder league to the NFL, and then now they're playing one way, and then they got to be expected to play another way.
If you notice his helmet, he didn't have his chin strap on.
Yeah, that's true.
So dude, he didn't go helmet to helmet on him. He put his shoulder to shoulder, and the guy just went and his head bobbled.
From what it looked like to me, it looked like his feet lifted though. He was lifted a little bit.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I forgot you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, he used to be able to do the jump.
He used to be able to dive like Superman in the guy's head.
Oh yeah, yeah, fucking Goldberg spear fucking guy.
He used to be able to pick up the quarterback and body slam him, like Hulk Hogan did to Andre the Giant in WrestleMania 3.
What you have in high school football, for fuck's sake?
They used to do that in the NFL. They'd scoop up a running back and slam him.
Oh, that's why also there's like if there's 2 or 3 guys wrapped around that running back, they'd be blowing that whistle right away, so he's not getting fucking like triple power bomb.
You know, man, it's funny because I'd say the apex of football was in the 70s and the 80s, and those dudes were hard-nosed players.
Well,
They didn't worry about hit to the head. They didn't worry about like clubbing blows to the side of the head. They didn't worry about shot blocking. None of that.
Also, they barely
People getting clotheslined.
Oh, dude, you see guys be playing with fucking broken arms all the time because you can just tell by the way their fucking arms are all wrapped up and padded and shit like that.
Deacon Jones would put a cast on his arm. He didn't have a problem with it. He just put a cast on so we could clamp the offensive lineman's head. Just use it as a club.
That's true, old school. If you're not cheating, you're not trying, man.
I mean, football was vicious.
That was like NASCAR back in the 70s.
Oh, because when I was watching, we used to call it stock car racing. I didn't even know it was called NASCAR. But the cars
actually was stock car racing back then.
The cars, you would see those same cars driving on the road. The one souped up.
That was the original NASCAR. That's why they were like actual considered stock cars.
And my buddy's father, he drove like locally on like a local track. So I'd be over his house and they'd be watching the races, and you would see like just like a Plymouth, and it would look like the Plymouth you'd see on the road.
That all changed like once the 80s started.
They didn't have no Toyotas, no Mitsubishis. It was all like, Motor City, baby. But yeah, the football, I like it. It's football. I like football. It's like when you're watching like junior hockey, still hockey, so you watch it. But then it's going to be interesting when the XFL comes, because I don't know if the market's going to really support 3 football leagues.
Yeah, it's going to be too much. That is going to be overshot. I didn't even know about this AAF until you're like, "Oh, dude, there's a game on right now." I was like, "What?"
I'm like, "Did you hear about the new football league? There's a game on." Because I was joking with John Rich, and I said, "Oh, the Super Bowl's on today." He goes, "Really? What?" And I go, spring training. And then I was like, wait a minute, isn't there supposed to be football today? And I fucking put on the thing, and I was like,
Like, I didn't even hear about this league, dude. I don't know how I never heard about this. Like that Universal League that was out a few years ago. I at least heard whispers of that before it came out. But it's like, this, dude, like literally, I didn't even know it existed until you're like, dude, it's like on TV on like CBS or whatever it was. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm watching a game right now.
Dude, speaking of major network deals, WWE was announced on Daytona 500. I still think they might have fucked up, but it was announced by the announcer. There was no actual ad, but they said officially it's going to be on Fox Friday.
Oh yeah,
night. Not Fox Sports.
This
Fox.
It's right. Fox. Yeah, like the regular Fox, but on Friday night, you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's gonna fuck with me, man.
Dude, that's a game changer too, though, man. I mean, because so many people get actual Fox.
I know, but that deal's been in place for like over a year now.
The whole time I thought it was a Fox Sports deal.
No, it's because they keep saying, like they kept saying like the first time on network TV since probably SmackDown was on Channel 9 UPN.
Yeah, I remember when SmackDown was on UPN.
See, now that fucks me up now.
Why is that?
I got New Japan at 8 and Women of Wrestling at 9.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That sucks. You don't have no PBS.
Got to squash everything. What, they're afraid of little Women of Wrestling?
That's Fox. That's all Fox saying. No, we want it on this time slot because you know why? They don't want to They don't want to have a new TV show that they got to pay money to produce and shit. They figure, hey, it's just easier to put a wrestling show on this
You know how
time
much he
slot.
got? You know how much that deal was worth?
Hundreds of millions, almost like
$1 billion.
billions.
It was $1 billion at least. And then Vince sells like a lot of his shares off, and now he's starting to XFL again.
Yeah.
He's insane, dude. It's like, okay, anything he's done outside wrestling just within a year folds. Anything.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna invest.
I see pro.
What about the World Bodybuilding Federation? They had like all these like ski, like Lex Luger. That's how Lex Luger got. You know, he was like, Lex, I'm gonna bring you in. You know, and then you're gonna be a wrestling bodybuilder because he wanted Lex to do those competitions and wrestle.
Yeah, definitely did.
I was never a fan of Lex Luger. I thought he
was stale. He had no character.
I thought he was a skinny guy who was jacked up on steroids. He had a weird body, a weird face.
He did.
They tried to push him down your throat, and he sucked.
Yeah, he did.
Bruiser Brody beat the shit out of him in a steel cage in Texas.
Yeah, it caused Lex Luger to run. Here, hold on. I'm going to go back to my bed.
Right on. From what I get, I'll wait till Shane comes back. From what the stories I hear about Brody, he was an asshole.
All right. But hey, anyways, what happened to the games anyways?
What's that? Oh, the one team I never heard of beat the other team. And then in the other game, San Diego won.
So that's crazy. They have teams in actual markets that are still kind of. So what, they're playing out of the old Charger Stadium?
No, they're playing at some college, I think. See, I think they should have put a team in Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Kansas City, Minnesota. Like the furthest you could possibly go. American Samoa.
They should have Nebraska.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska. Just everywhere it would just be like awful to get to. Because the NFL wants to put a fucking team in London and Mexico City.
Was Mexico kinda, because it's still sort of in the same time zone.
Yeah, but how long does it take? It's in a different country.
Yeah, no, but it's still like in the same North America-ish. But London,
yeah,
no,
it is North America, but I mean, how far is it? 10,000 miles? Who knows? And then you got to go to London. They don't even like football over there. They hate America stuff. They don't like baseball, football. What does England even play hockey? I don't think they have a hockey team.
And the fact is, they're trying to build a wall too.
Are they going to build it so the Irish can't get in?
That's exactly what I heard. That was the rumors.
They're building a wall to keep the Irish out.
Man, I've been watching USC's on tonight on ESPN, but it's like broadcast at TSN.
Who's fighting?
I don't even know like most of these guys anymore. Every time I watch a fight night, I have no clue. Like this guy named Paul Fielder just won. I have no clue who he is. Well, he's gonna press a knockout though.
I saw the 2 CM Punk fights, hilarious. I saw Jack Swagger, which was fucking great.
I'm like, we the people.
I loved it, man. And I was saying he must still have good connections with WWE because they wouldn't let him do that.
But,
they wouldn't have let him do that "We the People" thing.
No, you know what? They can't. WWE can trademark that one because that's actually like a public. That falls in one of those kind of like that's like an American Constitution one. I don't know how to explain that one, but
I don't know. He looked great though. Jack Swagger looked fucking
You know
great.
who was there? Young Bucks and Cody.
Yeah, I saw that.
They're
They were
working
at the
out
Super
something.
Bowl too.
Well, yeah, because Kong got the tickets there.
Yeah.
Dude, that was speaking of that though. It was funny on the latest Being the Elite. They had those hand guys, Arthur and fucking whatever his face, and they're pointing at Nick Jackson wearing a Jacksonville. You can't wear that shirt here. You have to take that off. Obviously, know where that shots at.
I'm hearing a lot of hate about the AEW. A lot of people are like, well, it's not even a wrestling, it's not even an indie because they even had a show yet. Like, yeah, but they sold out a show in Vegas in like 2 months or something.
And they got a huge financial backing.
I mean, I get it. You know, the star power there, they're going to need to, you know, bring in a couple folks. Because your average everyday person who watches WWE or whatever is going to have no clue who any of those people are, except Jericho. Except Jericho.
That's the big problem, right? Well, Cody.
Yeah, but you know, wrestling fans are, you know, when's the last time Cody was in the WWE?
3 years.
So some 10-year-old kid would have no clue who he is.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true.
You know, and you know, a lot of the WWE fans are little kids. Let's face it.
Yeah.
You know, it's always catered to the kids, like the family, the kids. Except during the Attitude Era, then he wasn't catering to no kids.
No. Little kids would be throwing the little fingers out for fuck's sake.
Yeah, they'd be trying. Dad, I want a beer, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I wonder how many kids stole their father's beer because of that.
Meanwhile, there's chicks in the crowd washing their tits like 2 feet from the kid's head.
Well, that's if you take your kid to a rock concert, you'll see that.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you're like a 13-year-old kid and your dad takes you to see Kiss, back in like the 70s or 80s, there was tits everywhere.
Oh fuck yeah. So any of the concerts I go to in Vancouver, man, it's just like I don't know, it's just chicks are fickle over here. Chicks are cool out here. Good rocking chicks out here.
What was the last event you went to at the Vancouver Center? The wrestling, right?
Let's see, Vancouver. Well, depending where you're talking about, Commodore was at ECCW.
No, I mean the last time you were at the Vancouver Center.
Oh, where like the Canucks play?
No, like the last, was it UFC or wrestling you went to? Because I know you went to UFC.
Okay, well, at Rogers Arena, the last event would have been wrestling.
Okay, is that what the one, was that the SmackDown show you went to?
It was last February.
You got the floor seats?
No, that would have been Raw. That one was Raw.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a Raw coming to Philly.
TV show or just the house?
No, it's like the TV show.
Fuck, that won't be bad. Like my buddy
I'm not going all the way up.
My buddy went to Washington State to go see that TV show there. And he goes, he doesn't even want to ever go to a house show again. He goes, once you go to a TV show, it's just like a night and day fucking.
Well, yeah, it's like, you know, you're seeing this whole big production, and then you're seeing like just some guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I always like the house. I've only been to a couple house shows, but the first one I went to was so awesome. I got to see the Rockers. I got to see Scott Hall. I got to see Jimmy Superfly Snuka. I got to see Nikita Koloff. And then just like, you know, some other AWA guys.
Nice.
Like Buddy Rose and Doug Summers but that was the very, very end of like the AWA because they were trying to like get a foothold in New York, so they had a show.
Was that when they were trying to partner with NWA?
What's that?
Is that when they were going to try to partner with NWA?
No, Vern wouldn't want to partner with anybody. Vince offered him a buyout, and he said no, because Vern wanted to be the guy, but he was just behind the times.
Yeah,
you
that
know.
one was too late.
By the time
coming out to the ring.
And Vern's vision, like he had Nick Bockwinkel as his champion. Now I got nothing against Nick Bockwinkel, but the guy was old.
Yeah.
You
Dude,
know, so if you're trying to,
I would have been like Vince McMahon riding Bob Backlund as the champion forever.
exactly, you know, and so and he was too stuck in that, you know, because he kept the title on himself forever.
Well, I was
He
like
would
Jim Cornette nowadays. Jim Cornette doesn't get it anymore.
no Jim Cornette. All he gets is that what he done.
Yeah.
All he understands. And they say Jim Cornette is like certifiably will kill you crazy.
Oh yeah, he's
Like if you piss him off, like he'll kill you.
Fuck King.
I like Jim Cornette though.
King Velasquez is looking fucking pretty jacked for this fucking fight.
I might put it on, but I got a thing about the BTK killer.
Oh, a documentary.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Okay, I gotta grab. I'm gonna quickly grab another beer before we start into the elimination chamber tonight.
Oh yeah, baby.
A lot to talk about, but I can't remember the orders of who lost in the men's event. But I did watch it. I'll be back in 2 seconds. So.
All right, everybody can look at Cheevers.
All right, I'm back.
Motherfucker, we're back. MSG with a heart attack.
So here's where it became a huge conflict for me today. I couldn't really watch the kickoff show because the Daytona 500 was still going on due to the whole fucking wreck fest near the end, so shit was running late. So I actually at first I kind of forgot the kickoff show was going because I'm so paying attention to the 500. Then I finally remember, I think it was like 20 minutes left of it. So I caught the Buddy Murphy Izawa match, or however you pronounce it. I'm Japanese and I can't even pronounce the guy's name right. I was actually a pretty good match, man. Fans are fucking really into it. Like, really into it. Going as far as chanting, this is awesome and shit. But Buddy Murphy eventually got Murphy's Law in. So this is where now it became really shitty because I was able to watch that off of YouTube. Now, Daytona 500 still going on with a big delay. The elimination chamber's now started, so now I got to log into the WWE app onto my phone. I've watched the inaugural women's tag team title match in elimination chamber off my fucking phone while keeping the on my like back and forth between NASCAR and my phone.
That's like me, man. I'm always like back and forth between hockey and wrestling and baseball and fucking.
Well, at least I was able to have it on 2 screens at the same time, but it was kind of like hard.
So how did they do the elimination chamber? Did they have the tag team in the fucking in the pod, and they would open up? 2 girls would come out and just start swinging.
Yeah, it was pretty much elimination chamber. Well, shit, they did this style elimination chamber a few years ago with the tag team SmackDown tag team titles of the New Day. The New Day somehow were able to have all 3 members involved in their match.
New Day rule, like the Freebird rule, Lucha Party rule.
Yeah. But let's see. I'm trying to remember. It started off with Sasha and Bailey versus Mandy and what's her name? Sonya. Mandy and Sonya. Who's the next ones in? Next ones I think were All Riot Squad. An iconic duo. No eliminations. Iconic duo. Then Mella and Naomi. And then finally, the last team the women's division would want coming out very last, came out last, which was Tamina and freaking
Nia Jax.
yeah. So once they got it, it was just like they were wrecking ball through people and all that crap. I mean, there was still a lot of spots going on beforehand, like back and forth. Now I'm trying to remember the first. Yeah, so all 6 teams entered before there was even a single elimination to begin with. Just trying to remember now. Who was the first team though? Shit, I can't even remember. Yeah, I can't remember the first team out. I don't think it was maybe it was Riot Squad. No, it might have been Iconic Duels. I think was first team out.
That would make sense.
Then Riot Squad. No, and then like Naomi. You know what? I really can't even remember now. I think.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Who eliminated? Jimmy Superfly Snuka and Playboy Buddy Rose.
So what happened near the end? The last 3 teams was Tamina and Sasha and freaking Bailey and Mandy and Sonya. Nia went for a spot where she was going to try to tackle one of the chicks. Chicks move. Nia goes through the freaking plexiglass. All 4 chicks team up on Tamina at that point.
I think the Big Show did that spot one time.
Oh, that spot's been done a bunch of times. So, yeah, Tamina freaking gets Tamina gets teamed up by the 4 girls, and then so all 4 girls do these moves, and then they dogpile pin her. So then yeah, it was the final. The final became Sonya and Mandy, which I was hoping to win, versus Bailey and Sasha. So, of course, you pretty much could probably guess who won the titles.
Bailey and Sasha.
Yeah. And then they're all emotional and crying and
LGBT.
I'm not going there.
I will.
Yeah. So, all in all, I'd say all 12 girls put on an impressive performance. Even the iconic duels even did some half decent things in that match tonight. Now I'm trying to. What's that?
What was the next match?
Now I'm trying to remember that. I think it was the Usos versus Jimmy and or Shane and Miz. But here's a big twist.
First of all, what's the point of that tag team? Like, what is the whole point?
I know. It makes no sense.
It's a million tag teams.
And
they got to fucking put Shane and The Miz together? There's no point. Neither of them need to be in a tag team. Shane doesn't even need to be fucking in a match unless it's at WrestleMania or something.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, it just ended up being ridiculous. It was a decent match. Shane went for the
Usos won.
Yeah, Shane tried to go for the high spot table spot. Missed. Crashed to the table. Miz hit skull crushing finale. I forget on which one. Delayed pin, or it was delayed rollover, so he's holy shit. Cain Velasquez just got knocked the fuck out.
That's true.
Oh, he's fucking his knee up. His knee's all tweaked.
Awesome.
Yeah, you can see his knee is fucking popped out of the socket. He must have like rolled on it while he got knocked out.
I gotta see the replay.
As I'm like trying to explain this to you, I get fucking distracted. I was distracted. Damn. But what you call it? I can't. So yeah, Usos won, but you know what? I find it funny. Usos getting put over right now for good reasons.
Why they're not? They don't want to. I heard that I think it was Jimmy got arrested.
Yeah, I was just gonna bring that up. Yeah, Jimmy tried to fight police the other night drunk. Usually, when people get put in those controversies, they don't get put over for a long time. And rumor has it that like Jimmy and Naomi are trying to purposely get fired too.
Really?
I'm sure that rumor is. That could just be another.
Then what would Jay Uso do? The Usos got to be together. It's the
I know.
Usos.
It was fuck yeah. And that's what I said to my buddy too. Like when I was talking back and forth with him on WhatsApp.
It's
I'm
like that's like
I'm
like
like
horse animal. The Usos.
whatever happens to Jimmy,
the Dudleys. Come on, man.
whatever happens to Jimmy screws Jay.
Because remember when one of them got hurt?
Yeah, pretty much
then,
the other one was on the shelf for the most part.
Yeah, and then he'd come out to do commentary every once in a while, but
yeah,
you got to have the Usos together, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm really shocked that maybe it's just that they're really. I really think the rumors is they're trying to make Shane McMahon a heel and set up a Miz versus McMahon match. So maybe that's why they got to do this right now, so they can set up the match from at WrestleMania.
So there'll be something like, hey, you lost the title. No, you lost the title.
Yeah,
Cushion, shove in, and then WrestleMania.
Yeah, most
that
likely.
Makes sense.
Fuck them. What was the next?
I don't know. I like the Miz. I always thought he was, like when he first came out, and he'd go on live TV and be like fucking up on Raw. He'd be like doing like a beauty contest and just fucking up, and it was hilarious. And he'd be like just like flop sweats, and it was great. And then I guess they had enough faith in him to just because Vince will do that. He just gives you like go out there, who cares, And but then the Miz, like he started just goofing around and goofing around and goofing around. But then when he first got with like Morrison,
that was cool,
man. I kind of liked him, but like I was kind of indifferent. He was like a Zack Ryder kind of. I was like, yeah, I like him, but don't really care. But when he got with Morrison and they started like then he could do more of his like personality, like or like his heel side.
They do those vignettes, man. Those vignettes were awesome.
Because he was doing more of like his heel side, more of his like arrogant,
Oh, Dems is in the room, so we gotta say hi to Dems. And then
what's up, Dems? Uh-oh. Technical difficulties.
And then I don't know if you heard me, but I freaked out for a second. But we also got to wish Shannon a happy 49th birthday today.
Happy 49th birthday, Shannon.
Now I'm trying to remember the next match after that. There wasn't a whole lot of matches.
Let's see. After that, there was the Wait, didn't
Ronda
they have
Ronda versus Ruby Riott? Of course, Charlotte's out for commentary.
I'm assuming Ronda took her out pretty easily.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't Ruby Riott like a? Was she the doesn't she have kind of an MMA gimmick? Doesn't she wear the gloves and shit?
No, that's Sonya Deville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ruby Riott's more the punk rock chick.
With the hook nose.
Yeah. But I really can't remember that match being a long match. To be brutally honest, like. But then again, I think we're still to be drunk at that point. That could have been a good possibility. Then it ended up with Ronda and Charlotte scoring off, and they're looking at each other in the ring. And then here comes Becky Lynch on crutches, fucking crutching through the crowd, comes to the ring, and then just starts fucking mercifully beating Charlotte with the fucking crutch.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, whatchamacallit? Yeah, so it's going to be setting up the three-way for WrestleMania for them. No, and you know it's stupid though. It should just be Becky versus Ronda. They already had Charlotte versus Ronda. There's no need to have Charlotte involved.
I think they want Becky and Ronda at WrestleMania.
No, but they're gonna do a three-way though.
Oh, what at WrestleMania?
Yeah, that's the rumors. That's why it's all this bullshit going on. It's stupid. Charlotte should not be involved at all.
Well, because I heard stuff where Ronda Rousey wanted to take time off.
Yeah, no, she's gonna start a family, so she might be just done for who knows when. Maybe forget.
Well, how long has she been? She been in the WWE?
Just for the year. Her first match was WrestleMania.
So do you think she just signed like a 1-year contract with them? And
then I guess technically a little longer because she made the Royal Rumble appearance, so she made like appearances here or there, but first match was WrestleMania.
You know, she might come back like the Brock deal.
Yeah,
you know,
something like
in like
that.
A year or so.
Could be. But yeah, the main event elimination chamber.
No, wait, is she married to like one of them MMA dudes? I think, like one of the. I think her husband's like one of those. Fuck, what was his? He used to be a UFC fighter.
Yeah. No, her husband's. I can't remember his name right now, but her husband was a well-known MMA fighter too.
I hope they train the kid.
And he hooked up with Ronda before the divorce with his wife was official. So you know what's funny? Now we could actually parlay this into another hot topic news in the WWE right now. We should have actually picked it up way sooner when we mentioned Mella in the Elimination Chamber. But Corey, big news in the WWE that Corey Graves has been sleeping around with Carmella behind his wife's back.
That broad just looks like every fucking chick that's from like my area. That's what every broad looks like, with the hair and the makeup and. Yeah, you know what's funny? I'm glad his wife did that. That's funny.
Yeah, in a lot of ways it is, but like she's kind of doing it too much, where she's coming off of psycho crazy bitch now.
Well, you know what? Maybe she is, don't do it then. If you know your wife is a maniac, don't be cheating on her because you might get stabbed. I'm glad she did it. I think it's funny.
I don't know what to say about it.
That's all right. She was cheating with Marty Jannetty.
In fact, she's Marty Jannetty's legendary stepdaughter he keeps talking about. Oh, gross. That's a story for another day.
Have you seen any of those Marty Jannetty Hannibal interviews?
No, I keep seeing the advertised for him, and
he looks like the singer from AC/DC with the hat on.
Right.
You think he's gonna start singing "Highway to Hell" at any moment?
But yeah, I don't know. If I could understand if maybe the divorce is planning on separating. But it's pretty scumbag the move to do when you got kids.
I hope it's an angle. That would be great.
No.
And they hire some actors to be like his wife, and they hire some actor kids to be his kids, and she shows up and she's always like, that'd be a great angle.
Dude, I wouldn't put it by the WWE with their fucking truck. And it was so funny, like when Mella came out and Naomi came out and they touched the titles. It's like, oh, that's the kiss of death right there. Never supposed to touch the trophies before winning. They're gonna both lose. And then Renee's like, that's pretty cold. And he's like, it's the truth, Renee. Look at hockey. You never touch the Stanley Cup.
That's what I was gonna say. Nobody touches the cup. I remember Ken Danico telling a story. He was like a junior hockey player or something, and somebody that that he was around was an NHL player that had the cup.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Come on, Ken, come." He wouldn't touch it.
Yeah.
And he goes, "No, I didn't earn it. I didn't earn the right to touch that cup," and he refused to touch it. And I thought that was pretty. I'm like, that's like tradition and fucking superstition and fucking honor to not touch the cup.
I was like Ray Ferraro when he was working for NBC Hockey. They wanted to do a picture promo with a few other. They might even Ojek was won the cup, I'm pretty sure, but it was another guy that didn't win the cup. As soon as they brought the cup in the room where they were going to take pictures, Ray Ferraro and that guy fucking just bolted there out the fucking door. They're like, no,
nope,
we didn't win that fucking thing. That was even that was even like the Niedermeyer brothers for so long. It's because Scott won the cup
with the Devils.
Yeah. So it'd be like he'd bring it home to Cranbrook and it'd be like, well, Rob's got to walk up to the other room. He can't be anywhere near it.
The Rangers did so much wild stuff with the cup. They started having like people travel, like league people travel with the cup because, I forget who. A couple of the guys went on Howard the next day, the Devils, when they won the cup, and they went on Howard Stern. And Howard's asking them questions like, what do you do with it? And they're like, oh, you put beer in it, you drink beer, and And then I got to send you the clip, man. It's hilarious because Jackie the Joke Man pretended to take a poop in it.
Going crazy with the cup, jerking out of it heavily.
I saw the cup, but I wouldn't go. Because when the Devils won it the second time, I was coming home from work, and Ken Danico's in a parking lot making hot dogs and hamburgers, and the cup's on a table. I'm like, oh my God, that's the fucking Stanley Cup. And I'm at a light, and I could have just, went around the corner and like went in. But you know what? I'm a Ranger fan. I was not going to go fucking pay it.
Hostile territories. So
let's say I got recognized there. I would have got beat up.
One match I forgot to mention. The main event.
Oh yeah.
You know what? And I kind of phased out during that.
Well, just tell us what you remember. And maybe they can fill in the blanks in the chat.
Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe were the first two eliminated.
Oh.
Fucking Randy Orton hit one really sick RKO on fucking AJ Styles. Eliminated him it was probably I can't even remember how to explain it, but AJ Styles was up in the air and Randy Orton picked him off pretty good. I'd say it's probably one of the top 5 RKOs received.
Man.
Not quite the Seth Rollins at WrestleMania one, but I'd say it's up there.
Do you remember those memes that were going around of Randy Orton RKO Owen like everything? Like there'd be like an airplane crash and he'd be RKOing it. There'd be like a guy, I don't know, like
wiping on the hoverboard. It's Randy Orton.
like it'd be a ship sinking. He's RKOing it.
Falling off the fucking stage and fucking Randy Orton RKOing him.
Oh man.
But this one's pretty much easy to call. Kofi Kingston was actually the final man in.
It was Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, and you know what, man? It was pretty good between those two back and forth. Like it was really exciting. So it's like
Kofi.
It's like Kofi. I don't know, man. I have a feeling Kofi might be like tired of him or something because They've literally put them in for like over 2 hours in matches in the last couple of shows.
Yeah,
now.
like that Raw match.
The SmackDown.
SmackDown. Yeah, that was so great, man.
Yeah, dude. He was
But
awesome.
that was like he told a great story in that match because he's like, no, come on with AJ. He's like, come on.
Yeah. Not quit. Man.
I loved it. I loved because I was always a big fan of Kofi. I was even when they came in, hey man, I'm from Jamaica, man. Because then somebody go, hey Kofi, what happened to your accent?
Yeah, no shit.
I saw him. When last time I went to see SmackDown, the New Day was there, and yeah, dude, he's an amazing athlete.
Yeah, he is. He is, man. That's what I gotta admit. Man, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm usually a man or a fan of like women with big tits, but just something about Liv Morgan. I don't know what it is with her, but like Liv Morgan.
Is she that blonde broad?
Yeah, I heard now she's got dyed pink hair right now.
Did I see her at NXT? I might have seen her at NXT.
I just something about her though. It's just especially when I had those front row seats at Raw that time.
You should have said, hey, you. You should have just asked her to marry you. You got a 50-50 shot. Yes or no?
Yeah, but then there's witnesses when she says no. So.
Yeah, you'll be on video and everything. You'll be like viral.
My girlfriend's here. On the phone. Cannot repeat on here.
I was at a Poison concert once, and there was a hot chick walking by, and some guy goes, "Will you marry me?" And everybody started laughing. She was a hot chick. It was like 1987.
Oh, dude!
A chick with hair like out to here at a Poison concert.
I remember when I went to a SmackDown show many years ago. A house show, and there was Jillian Hall.
Is that when she had the thing on her face?
Yeah,
Jillian Hall.
I'm like, will you marry me, Jillian?
Wait, was Jillian Hall the one with the thing on her face?
Well, she's the one that would sing.
Lillian Garcia, that one?
No. Jillian Hall like had huge tits, blonde. She hung out with Melina.
I think there was an angle where she had like some nasty thing on her face, and the boogeyman came out and bit it off.
Yeah, it mysteriously felt like that's right. She was like some
okay, so that I know who you're talking about.
And then mysteriously it came off naturally or so.
That boogeyman was gross with the worms and the. I wouldn't want to be like, okay, this is what's gonna happen tonight, Joker. You're gonna get your ass kicked by the boogeyman, and when you're fucking laying there, he's gonna spit worms in your mouth. Yeah. I'd be like, I'll see you down the road, homie. I will vomit on live TV.
Anything else you want to recap the sport? Oh, what a Rangers game.
Oh wait, so I guess I'm assuming Daniel Bryan.
Yes. Yeah.
Beat Kofi.
Yeah. It was
the Rangers game.
They went on for a little bit. Like, and they were both tired too, man. They were like, Kofi was like the third man in, and Daniel Bryan was in the first two. They were you could tell they were spent, just like the Kofi and the Gauntlet match the other night.
I hear you, but those guys they'll surprise you, man. Fucking. You know how they have those like hour-long Iron Man matches?
Oh yeah.
Because they know how to put rest holds on, and they know how to.
Yeah, they got to get that breather in so they don't blow out.
You know what? Always seeing like a big fat guy like Bundy, and the way he would like run. I mean, no, he wasn't in no like 20-minute matches or nothing.
No.
But still, you're like, wait, this guy's like a big 1,000-pound fatso, and he's fucking like. And because the WWE ring's big, the TV ring's big, and his fat ass is fucking running around.
Yeah, that's like Bam Bam Bigelow.
Well, Bam Bam Bigelow was like a fat guy, but like an in-shape fat guy.
Oh, that's
like
true,
he wasn't like a slob. Like he wasn't like leaky and gooey. Like Bundy was just like this pale, like had titties and like was just like stuff leaking out of the side of his fucking singlet.
That's true.
But and Bam Bam was really young too, and he was just like a natural athlete. And he was also a crazy fucking biker, or at least, yeah, he was a crazy biker, and then became a wrestler and still hung out with the crazy bikers.
Yeah.
Those down the shore dudes can be rough, man.
Fuck, man. Yeah. Anyways, you want to talk about that Philly Rangers game before we wrap this up tonight?
But it was Pittsburgh, but no, really nothing to say except, of course, the Rangers lost. They're in a rebuilding phase, man, and it just seems every fucking 2 years we're rebuilding. Because this year we got a new coach. They got a new coach.
Yeah.
They made some, not major moves, but now the trade deadline's coming up.
So they're gonna probably be
guys
sellers?
like play. What's that?
Are they gonna probably be sellers? You think this year at the trade deadline?
Yeah, because I'm starting to hear about like these players I'm like invested in. I've been watching for a few years now, and they're like, "Oh, he put on a good show tonight for his chances of being traded." I'm like, what? Zuccarello? You're gonna get rid of Zuc? So it's very frustrating. It's frustrating being a Rangers fan.
Rangers are going to be getting rid of anybody with like a few months left in with only this year left on their contract too. So they're going to be trying
because every time you get a new coach, he wants his guys.
Yeah.
So you get a new coaching staff, a new philosophy. So you got these players that are in the old coaches, and he's like, well, I don't have anything for you. So we're gonna, and you're like, it's fucking Zuccarello, man. You could find. But that's all I wanted to say about the Rangers is, it's gonna be a long season. The rest of the season is gonna be a long season. Some old faces are going, some new faces are coming, and we'll see what happens.
And you guys are gonna end up stacking up with a lot of draft picks, probably.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what Calgary's gonna do this year because they're in such a great position. Like, obviously they're gonna be buyers, but at what cost?
Well, see, the Rangers have like prospects, these like young Russian kids that they're really excited about. So they might be making room for them. I don't know. But they do a lot of stupid stuff. So who knows what they're doing?
Yeah.
The coach might have a hard on for fucking.
Also the GM too. It's mostly the GM. GM's the one making those moves.
Yeah, but the coach puts his system in, and he gets to say, hey, okay, because like the GM will say, okay, these are our franchise players. You can't touch them. And then the coach will say, okay, these are the role players I want. And then sometimes they traded Nash for fucking. I forget, and then they traded. I forget just for who knows who, and now Rick Nash is like he's on Florida killing it.
Yeah,
sitting here like a jerk. Frustrating. I had to stop being a Knicks fan. I had to stop. I couldn't take it anymore. It was just awful. And then basketball stinks. I like basketball in the years when you were allowed. It was a physical game.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a pussy.
Now you can't touch a guy. Nobody plays defense.
Yeah.
So F it. I haven't watched it since like 2001.
That's pretty much when I almost quit. It was like right around like when Vancouver Grizzlies are gone.
I was just like, you know what, man, you can't It was like, okay, they got Jordan rules, but at least Jordan could take like a pounding. Now, like you can't even. LeBron's a fucking bull. You touched LeBron.
You blow on him when he falls over.
I want to see what LeBron would do against Shaq. Go up against Shaq, my man. Go up against Rodman. See what happens to you.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, just shortly after an hour, I think we should wrap this up tonight for our first installment of the show.
Right on.
Try to keep this going on a weekly Sunday basis, especially after pay-per-views. That's going to be the major times.
Well, and there's a lot of wrestling landscape is changing, so.
Oh yeah, like
there's always
There, AEW is out there, and WWE better step their game up, or they're gonna
They're not.
be losing a lot of fans.
They don't care. They got $1 billion from Fox. They don't care. They don't.
Well, I'm pretty
That's
sure.
like,
I'm pretty sure there's big stipulations though, as far as that Fox deal, because I know Fox has also told them straight up, we want more wrestling and less bullshit.
oh, really?
Yeah. So, who knows? Maybe Fox is even an actual shareholder. We don't know right now.
Maybe Cyrus will come back and he'll be like the from the corporation or the network. That was the
So,
only good thing about TN, like the ECW on TNA with Cyrus, like who was there from the network.
Don Callis was fucking hilarious.
The fucking man.
Yeah, he was so fucking ridiculous. Especially his commentary too. It was so fucking ridiculous.
You know, one of my favorites is when he's like doing the commentary with Joey Styles and the fucking Dudley boys are going crazy, like starting the riot one. And he goes, and a fucking whore who sucks cock. And he goes, why are you laughing, Joey? He's like, why are you laughing, Joey? He goes, I'm not laughing.
Yeah, I'm not laughing. I don't find this funny one bit.
And then he goes, he's talking about, he goes, and this one who's going to have 9 inches of black dick up her ass. And he goes, that's your kind of party, Joey.
That's what I love. Man.
Dude, he was the best.
And he had all sorts of those one-liners throughout the thing.
Well, he's great, like on New Japan. He's great.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's just Don Callis, but oh man. But all right, Shane.
All right, buddy, man. Thanks for co-hosting today.
No problem.
We're going to be doing this more often. And fuck, maybe not. Actually, when's the trade deadline coming up?
It's in like a week or so, within this week or.
So we might. Well, you know what? Next episode, we've got a lot that we could talk about the big trades potentials and all that stuff going on. So.
Right on.
All right, brother, man. You have yourself a good
night.
Everybody that came in tonight, and then especially Shannon. Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Shannon.
He's 29 years old today. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. You guys all have a good one. This is the SLY Showtime Sports and Wrestling Hour with Jokerfish. Peace.